What's up, everybody? Brett here. Oh my gosh, it's Wednesday, February 3rd, 9 o'clock in the morning, and the trailer for Warhammer 3 just dropped. Oh my god, y'all. So, I want to watch it with y'all. I've watched it once, and my hype was like uncontrollable. So, I want to like settle down with you guys, watch it together. I figured what better place to go to than Reddit, where we can read through some of the comments together, kind of in real time as people are commenting. I opened up the wiki pages here so we can look at together some of the units that are displayed in the trailer, and we can kind of talk a little bit about those. And yeah, guys, so without any further ado, let's watch it. I'm going to go ahead and full screen this for us.
Death is like the winter chill. No door can keep it from us. And summer yet may bloom again, though ice be all upon us.
My child, there is so much to tell you that I have run out of time. The sacrifice I made was not enough. The dark gods still feed on our transgressions. Corruption. Obsession. Deceit. Rage. You must face these demons.
How freaking epic is that? Like the new logo. Cool. And we're going to break it down in a second, but there's a little piece after this we should watch. Oh my god, I see it now. Holy crap. Holy crap. So I saw in the comments, and this is why I go to Reddit, guys, because I miss stuff. I saw in the comments people were talking about Cathay, which if you don't know is like the Warhammer version of like ancient China. And at the end when he like that guy moves the like the books and the scrolls and stuff out the way, you see Cathay on the map. Holy crap. So, okay, so there's tons of stuff to talk about. I want to talk about it with you guys 100%. Units, lords potential. Cathay, man, what a huge reveal right at the end. That's insane. So, a lot of people were thinking that with this DLC, or not DLC, this is a full-fledged game. With Warhammer 3, that the races would be Chaos Dwarves, Ogres. We get some sort of, perhaps, multi-dimensional, like, you know, we've got Nurgle, Slaanesh, Tzeentch, and Khorne, right? But that they might maybe fall into one category as themselves, and then Kislev. And that would be the four races that they would launch with Warhammer 3. But what it seems like right now is that they're doing a Kislev, you know, Daemons, and then potentially Cathay? That's insane. I don't think anyone saw that coming. I've been seeing on Reddit for like a year now. There's a gentleman, I don't know his name to give him a shout out, but he's been doing like individual models and like coming up with rosters and stuff by himself that were like top tier. Like it looked like CA themselves had made it. And it just made it so possible to me that Cathay could be in the game. I love Kislev. Kislev, for those of you who don't know, I studied Russian in the army. I love kind of the history. I love the language. Like the whole aesthetic is amazing. And then you add in bear cavalry. The whole like they're the last bastion of defense against the spawns of chaos is just such a cool thematic like thing for me. You know, if you've ever played the Total War games, let me guess. Let me just guess what your faction is the most played faction for you. I'm going to take a wild guess, stab in the dark. Empire. Right? Because everyone loves to be the human faction fighting against all the freaks of nature and all the monsters of the world. It's the most fun. And Kislev is going to be right on the kind of the cutting edge, the front lines against chaos. I'm so stoked to see how they implement that, how the maps change. Because the end goal is for them to make one giant unified map, one big Mortal Empires map. Man, how are they going to do that with Cathay? Cathay is so far away. Like right now, the map has been slightly adjusted, and there's been stuff added to it, so you could see like the Darklands where the Chaos Dwarves and the Ogres live. The fact that we haven't gotten anything on them yet, to me, doesn't completely rule them out that they will be starting in Warhammer 3. But it's probably more likely, based on the Cathay reveal, that they are intended to be DLC releases, probably pretty quickly following the Warhammer 3 release. Grand Cathay at the end. Yeah, I read this and I was like, no, I didn't see that. And then just going back and watching it here, I was looking for it and I saw it. That is freaking awesome. Let's see what other people are saying here. No ogres or chaos dwarves. Yeah. Yeah, maybe DLC. Cathay confirmed. That's insane. Yeah, holy shit. Kislev. I love Kislev, man. I can't wait. The winged hussars, the bear cav. So it seemed like in the trailer in the beginning, she is reading. That's Tsarina Katerin. We can go ahead and we can look at her under the wiki here if we go all the way to the top. Ooh, that's not a good way to do that. These wikis are deep, man. If we go to perhaps like Lords, see if they have that. Is it under the Frozen Court, maybe? Anyway, that is Tsarina Katerin. She is the daughter of Boris, who was like the first Tsar. I don't know. I see they're talking about her here, but I was hoping they would have a picture of her. But she, we don't need a picture of her. You know what she looks like from the trailer. But she's like an extremely powerful ice witch. She has her own lore of magic. She's awesome. In the timeline, it makes sense. I was kind of hoping they would shift some things, but in the timeline, it does make sense. Tsar Boris is dead. He's the original like bear rider. There she is. There she is. And she is the princess, and she takes over as the reigning Tsarina as he like dies. He leaves. I think he leaves for a while and then he dies, and then she takes over. But you know, it lore-wise in the Warhammer, Total Warhammer like games, we get tons of heroes and lords that don't really exist at the same time. Azag is a pretty good example. You know, Karl Franz being a human, he only really lives for so long. Like you have to kind of really like put all these characters into a very short timeline to get them all to interact with each other. So, but and of course they're willing to bend that timeline for this, but in the actual timeline, like they're dead. Like Tsar Boris is dead while she is reigning. So it kind of doesn't make sense to bring him back, even though he would be the coolest character, perhaps. Just a lord riding a bear. That's what I'm all about. I went down here to the units because that's what I wanted to talk about. The units that were revealed. Obviously, we get to see her use her ice magic. But you get to see like the Hussars, the backbone of the Tsarina standing army of foot infantry. The Kreml Guard. I think what we saw there, the ladies, the elite fighting formation of warrior women, the Ice Guard, equally skilled with bow and blade. Imagine them to fight like the Sisters of Avalorn, is how I'm picturing them. Just with probably some slowing effects on their ranged and melee attacks. We got to see the Winged Lancers. Yeah, based on, you know, history's Lancer units, the guys that had those cool, you know, feathers strapped to their backs. Pretty sweet. And then you get down to, let's see, we might have to go to a whole different thing for the, I don't see the Cav anywhere. Oh, or at least they don't have the, yeah, they don't have, interesting. Okay. They do not have the bear calf on this list. But maybe they weren't official, and they're being made like an official unit, which CA has done before. They've taken really great ideas for units and fully fleshed them out and made them units in their own right. So I look forward to that. I'm curious who the second Lord will be for Kislev. I'm expecting there to be at least 2. She does have a brother who is a prince. There's a possibility maybe that Boris comes back, you know. But it sounded like in the trailer that he's like written her a letter after his death. That's what it sounds like. And maybe it's her brother. Her brother is a prince who's like, he's a Cav dude. He's like some sort of Winged Lancer, Griffin Legion type gentleman. And he serves like on the other side of, I think it's what they call, he's in like the Darklands. He's in the mountainous region. So he would have a bit of a different starting position, which might make him interesting. He might interact more with ogres and, you know, the Chaos Dwarves rather than, you know, Chaos, which is what the Tsarina seems to be fighting. Also in the trailer, we saw Bloodthirsters, the big gentleman with the axe here. They have a nice depiction of him. Super powerful demons of Khorne. We also saw, I think it's interesting, they showed us all the 4 Chaos Gods, but they only showed us what I think are Khorne units. We saw Bloodletters, the Naked Slayers, the Takers of Skulls, the lesser demonic creatures of the Khornate Pantheon, right? And we also saw Juggernauts. Hell yeah. The charge of the Cav versus the Juggernauts. I can tell you right now, I would not want to fight these dudes. Just heavy metal, iron and brass. Like, how does the lance crush these dudes? I don't know. I think you need bears. You need bears or you're not taking anything. Curious who I'm looking at Valkyria the Bloody here. Who the kind of the champions of these gods will be. In the lore, especially like Sigvald is, you know, one of Slaanesh's champions, but they've been hinting at a Slaaneshi character in Warhammer 2 for quite some time. If you beat the campaigns, you'll get these like messages talking about it. I'm expecting, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, so I apologize. But there is like a changer. Is it the Changer of Ways or is that Zinch? I'm getting my lore mixed up as I'm rambling here in excitement. But there is a character in Warhammer 2 that's referred to. Might be the Slaaneshi character. I would expect maybe someone like Valkyria the Bloody to be the Khorne champion. And then of course we still have Nurgle and Zinch. Not sure who we're going to get for that. There's quite a few characters you could go with. But man, am I stoked. Jeez, what else is there to talk about? Just keep reading Reddit comments, see if anyone else has any kind of like insight that perhaps I missed. Yeah, expect to hear Bring Out Your Dead in the beginning. That was my exact first thought. I was rewatching that old Monty Python clip the other day. I'm not dead yet. So, yeah. What a rough life. Just pulling the dead out of the snow. I expected to see lots of Kislev this morning. Man, what else? It just visually looks awesome. I'm so shocked that we're getting this right now. It kind of came out of nowhere. We've been getting these like teaser constellation trailers. I thought about making a video on those, but they were covered so much better by people who know the lore better than me. And I was like, yeah, I'm not into that. I was waiting for a trailer and I can't believe it came out today. It says right now, coming in 2021, Conquer Your Demons. It's not very specific, but we're in February. Hopefully it comes out like maybe around the summertime is kind of what I'm expecting, and we'll get more teasers and stuff. Historically, I don't know what the time, because CA likes to stick to kind of historical time frames. I would like to look back and know whenever they launched like the trailer for Total Warhammer 2, how long between that and the release, because I wouldn't be surprised if they have a game plan that sticks to that particular game plan. And then from that, we can extrapolate how long we have to wait potentially for this. Now, they have been known to push things back, as needed for development purposes, especially with the coronavirus. A lot of their team has been working from home, stuff like that. So, this game may have already been delayed, But I think that's going to be it, guys. That's probably about all I have to say here. We got to see tons of units, Lord potential, race potential. The Cathay reveal is insane. I'm unbelievably hyped for that. Not in my wildest dreams that I think we were getting Cathay. The race that I'm maybe tied for with my love of Kislev is the Ogre Kingdoms. I've been wanting to play as the Ogre Kingdom since I first learned about Warhammer and the whole universe. Like, I was just like, oh, the ogres sound awesome. And Kislev. Those are like the two races that I've always wanted. And the Lizardmen, I'll be real with you. But now that we have confirmation that they're coming, I'm overwhelmed. I'm going to be making so much content when this game comes out. I can't wait. Thank you guys for watching. If you stuck with me through this entire video of rambling and hype, I'll be making videos as they make more content for me to show. If they come out with more trailers, more info, we'll talk about that. And yeah, just look forward to the release. Get hype. That's it, guys. My name is Brett. Channel's Good Talk Gaming. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.